Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel and to my very first video. I want to preface this by saying that I am a very awkward person and also very anxious, so I hope you can bear with me and I will be trying to improve on that. And today I want to be talking about the three main reasons of why I decided to leave Germany to move back to California. And I will say that I've lived there before. I moved to California when I was 18 years old to go to college there, and I got my bachelor's degree from San Diego State University in May of 2025. And that's also when I decided to move back to Germany. So I've lived here ever since in my parents' house, and this is actually my childhood room and my childhood cat. um, and yeah, today I want to be getting into the reasons of why I'm moving back there, which will be in the beginning of August. So let's just get straight into it. Okay, let's get into the first reason, and that's because I really needed a change of scenery. So I've lived in Germany since June of 2025 because I did decide to travel after May. I went to Asia for a month, which was really cool, but ever since I've been back here at my parents' house. So I really want to move back there also to be more independent and to really try to forge my own career path. And not that that's not possible while living in Germany, but the jobs here are not really what I'm looking for. I honestly really want to start my own business one day, and I think that's so much easier to do in California. I mean, obviously, I'm not naive. I know that that's not an easy thing to do at all. But I think because there's so many rules and regulations here in Germany, they make it nearly impossible for you to do that. And since that's something that's really important to me to at least try it, even if I fail, I really want to have or give that a shot. And I think when I'm in California, I'll just be so much more motivated to do it because there's so much less bureaucracy that comes with it. So, yeah, that's really the main reason. And I know also because I'm so young, I still have the chance to take those kind of risks. And I don't want to waste that opportunity. So I think now is actually the perfect time for me to go back there. So yeah, I hope I'm not making like a crazy mistake. And I will say, like, working here does come with so many benefits. Like, you get 30 days of vacation. You don't really have to worry about going to the doctor because you're not going to be faced with a huge bill. Um, because healthcare actually comes out of your paycheck every month, so you don't even get to see that money. And there's a great social net here. You really don't have that like anxiety, but I think because I am in good health, that I won't really need to worry about that while I'm living there, at least for now. So yeah, I'm hoping that that works out. And even if it doesn't, I think I can always come back here. I mean, my parents said that the door is always open, so I am lucky to have that opportunity. But yeah, if you're a risk taker and you really just need that like extra push, you feel like you need to be surrounded by people with a like-minded mentality to really get you going, then I absolutely encourage you to change your environment and to move to that place and really give it a shot because the worst option is to not even try. So that's how I kind of think about it. And obviously, I am still very nervous. I think change is always nervous and kind of foreign to the human. But I think it'll pay off in the end, and at least I can say I tried after. So yeah. Okay, enough of that. Let's get into the second reason. So, this might sound a little bit silly, but in Germany, it's gloomy and dark and rainy for I'd say 7 out of the 12 months. And in San Diego, it's sunny pretty much all year round. I mean, there are some like gloomy weeks, but it's definitely not as bad as here. And obviously, I'm not just moving back there for good weather. That would be kind of insane. But for me, it is pretty important because it really affects my mental health. So I don't know, I might just have a vitamin D deficiency, but I think there's just something about just waking up to natural sunlight that really changes your mood and the way you structure your day. So I know from experience, because I've lived in San Diego before, I had so much more energy. I was more excited about just doing daily tasks, like going outside to go grocery shopping or to go for a walk. And if it's like already raining when I wake up, I just don't feel like doing that at all. I don't. I noticed that while I was living here, I after work, I would just stay in my house and scroll on TikTok, go on Netflix, and just watch something until I like fell asleep. And that was pretty much my whole day. So I don't think, or I do think that I actually got so much more boring living here, and I really miss that like fun, energetic side of myself. So that's why I want to move back there as well, to just get in touch with that part of me again. And I mean, everyone's different. Obviously, some people, the weather doesn't affect them like that. But for me, it really did. And I wish I wasn't like that. But that's how it is. And I can't really change it. So I know that once I do have that natural sunlight, I'll be more willing to do things. And yeah, hopefully, will be happier also. So yeah, that's reason number two. Okay, let's get into reason number three. But before I do that, I do want to introduce my cat to you guys. And I feel like I should have done this in the beginning. But this is Levi. And yes, she is named after Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan. It's an anime you should definitely watch if you haven't yet. And she is the sweetest. And yes, she's also a girl, because we thought she was a guy until like we found out a year later that she was actually a girl, which I heard is actually pretty common for cats or cat owners to figure that out. But yeah, I did name her after Levi, and I think it suits her really well. And she's so sweet. She likes to sleep on my bed like all day long. And I'm really jealous of her life. Okay, but yeah, anyway, let's get into the third reason. And that's because I want to go back to school. So I want to go back there. I want to start my master, not in the fall of 2027, but in the fall of 2028. And I want to study something completely different. So at SDSU, I studied finance and I also had a minor in management. But I noticed that it's not really something I enjoyed doing. I mean, yes, I did enjoy some of my finance classes. Um, there was actually a lot of them that I did enjoy. But I think because I've worked in only accounting positions, it kind of just took away that excitement. And I know it's not the same, I know it's completely different, but I don't enjoy doing repetitive tasks. And I think even with finance, unless you're like at a high level positions where you get to have meetings and work on different projects, I think it is pretty like it does get also really repetitive. And you also are forced to sit in front of a screen for 8 hours a day. And I noticed that that's something that I just really don't want to do for the rest of my life. I really miss having human interactions and being face to face with people. And I mean, I think if I was working in an office, maybe I wouldn't mind it as much, but because I work from home for 4 days out of 5, it just does get really lonely. And especially because I also handle a lot of negative feedback, like from customers on a daily basis. I think that really just um, does affect me and my mental health. So for my next job, I do hope to do something where I get to work with people. And I don't really know what I'm going to study yet. I just know that I want to later on then have the opportunity to find something where I'm not stuck at a desk. So, yeah, that's my only one requirement, to find a major where I get to be around people. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know. Currently, the only, well, not only thing, but currently what I'm interested in is nutrition. So, I don't really know what I could do with that. Maybe not sports medicine, but maybe I could work as a physician or like a nutritional advisor. I'm not sure yet, but I do want to look into that more, and then yeah, go back to school and study that. So yeah, that's the plan. I don't know if I'll get accepted, so there's a lot of ifs there, but I think I really just need to try for myself. And then if I fail, that's okay. If um, no one wants me, that's totally fine. I'm sure I'll figure out something else, but I think not trying is just the worst option. So, yeah, that's the plan. And then you also might be thinking, okay, why not do this in Europe? It's so much cheaper. But actually, master's programs are pretty expensive here as well. I was seeing like an average of 20K a year, which to me is very expensive. I cannot afford that right now. And if I go to school in California, I am lucky enough to get the Calvet tuition fee waiver and the Chapter 35. So that should cover my entire tuition and also additional university fees. So I would essentially be going to college for free, which is a crazy opportunity, and it would really be a shame to waste that. And if you're interested in that, it's because my dad, he is a veteran and he got a 100% disability rating. So I do get that benefit of going to university for free now, which is, I mean, obviously I'd rather have my dad be healthy, but at least I do get that benefit. So yeah, that's another reason of why that just kind of makes sense to do right now. So yeah. And that's also it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be doing a part 2 and 3 because there's so many more reasons of why I decided to move. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye everyone!